Scott is the president and owner of the York-based Penn Waste Incorporated and KDS Trucking in Thomasville, Pennsylvania. In addition to being a small business owner, Scott has been supporting conservative causes and campaigns for the past 30 years. In March of 2014, some of you people heard this earlier, he was elected state senator for the 28th district in a write-in campaign. Could you imagine that? In a write-in campaign. That tells you the power of what this gentleman was able to do. As a state senator, Scott is chairman of the Senate Local Government Committee and vice chairman of the Senate Labor and Industry Committee, and sits on the influential Senate Appropriations Committee. He also serves on the Transportation and Intergovernmental Operations Committee. He's decided not to seek re-election as a senator. He's throwing his entire being into being the next governor. One last thing, and I'm sure he's going to tell you, long before anybody else, he was on the Trump train. He threw money behind it. He got involved in it. Long ago when it wasn't popular or in vogue. So I will tell you, as a People4Trump guy, I respect him, admire him, and appreciate the stand he took when long ago people that were standing for Trump were ridiculed. So, without further ado, I want to bring up Scott Wagner, who's seeking your support, and this is a great opportunity to hear what he has to say, form your own opinions, and then go from there. Scott?
More sound. Can everybody hear me out there? Okay. You know what? If I could do this, I'm going to take my coat. I had knee surgery on. I tore meniscus, so I'm doing a little bit of a sort of a hop and bounce. But listen, it's great to be here, Jim. Thank you for introducing me, and thank you for allowing us to have this event in your facility. And Linda, thank you also. And Matt, where's Matt? Where's Matt? Where is Matt? Matt, see ya. Yeah, he's taking off. He's got 4 kids at home. But listen, I'm honored to be here tonight, and. As Jim, when Jim introduced me, he told a little bit of my background, and I'll just be real brief, and I'll cover it again because it's important to me, and I'm really proud of the people that work at my companies, and I've had the opportunity in this country at age 19 to start basically my first business. I was buying a piece of land, and a year and a half later, I started buying apartment buildings. It evolved into laundromats. I was actually in the bail bonding business. I tell people, every now and then, when I have the opportunity, I chased a guy to Bogota, Colombia in 1982 at the age of 26. So being in Harrisburg is actually pretty easy. So I started my first waste company in 1985. Started with 2 trucks, and I'm proud to tell you that I still have my CDL license, and I have a current medical card, so I can drive any of the trucks in the fleet. And I sold that company in 1997, had a 3-year non-compete, and I started again my current company, Penn Waste, in 2000. And today we have about 425 employees. And what is probably the biggest day every single week for me is Friday. And why is Friday important? Because, and I also have an interest in another waste company, and I also own a trucking company, but my signatures are on the front side of almost 600 paychecks each and every Friday. And I'm proud of it. But I'm more proud of the people. I'm more proud of the people who are receiving those paychecks and how they served our customers and how they, served our community and how they've helped build our company to be the company that it is today. And I'm very proud of that. And, this is a great country. And we have someone, I'm a high school graduate. I did not finish college. I went to Williamsport Community College in 1973 to be a diesel mechanic. Didn't want to, after a year, that's not what I wanted to do. I grew up on a farm, was always working on machinery, really my whole life on the farm. My father couldn't afford, new farm equipment, so we always purchased used farm equipment, and used farm equipment breaks down all the time. But anyway, I've had lots of great opportunities, in my lifetime. And when there was an opportunity to run for the Senate in 2013, a seat opened up, and I made a decision to run. And I basically did with my campaign what I've done in my business career my whole life. I had a plan, and I had a strategy, and we were well capitalized, and we executed on the plan. For 4 solid months, we pounded hard from September to December of 14. In January of 2014, the current senator at the time resigned his position. And as I've learned, since that time, and it's water over the dam, but there basically was a backroom deal cut because the Republican Party was getting very concerned about my momentum, September, October, November, December, and they didn't want to see me, they did not want to see me in Harrisburg, especially in the Senate. So I made a decision to run a write-in campaign. And I'm proud to tell you that it was an incredible sweep job that we did in York County. What is important to me to point out is on March 18th of 2014, I received 11,000 write-in votes. I might have the date mixed up. It's either the 18th or 20th. But I got 11,000 write-in votes, and the Democrat and Republican received 11,400 votes. So it was almost 2 to 1. The number of people that came out on that day and wrote my name in was just amazing. And we had almost 90 of 110 polls manned that day. It was incredible. You've never seen a team effort like this ever happen before. And when I got to Harrisburg, I had dinner one evening with the Senate Majority Leader Pelleggi. And I asked him, I said, what were you thinking when you were trying to beat me? And I said, you spent a lot of money, and plus you put $500,000 of your own money in trying to beat me, and it didn't work. But, Dominic, I'm in the garbage business. And he says, yeah. And I said, well, a big part of my business is municipal contracts. That means, picking trash and recyclables up at different residential dwellings. And I said, it boils down to this, Dominic, that if you can't trust your garbage man versus a career politician, who can you trust? And he does. So, but I would tell you that for me personally, I'm honored that the people in my district trusted me and came out and voted for me. And I will tell you that the last 3 years has been it's been a blur for me. And it's just hard to believe that the end of March, I finished my 3rd year. But, if I look back, back to 2014, after years of hearing we can't get it done, and again, I made a decision to run because there were many reasons. I was an ATM machine for politicians. And I was not treated well by government agencies, specifically labor and industry and DEP. And when an agency shows up at your door, they don't come in and ask how you're doing and how's business. They're there on a specific mission, and that mission is to find you doing something wrong so they can find you. And after they don't find anything so they can find you and they leave, they don't thank you. And honestly, that's not the way that it should be. If I treated my customers just for one day like Pennsylvania government treats its customers, those of you in this audience, my business, other business owners across Pennsylvania, I wouldn't have any customers. So, I made a decision to run. We won, and so I've been in Harrisburg for 3 years. And I will tell you that what I've seen over the last 3 years has been short of breathtaking. I will tell you that we don't have a revenue problem, we have a spending problem, and we have a very serious mismanagement problem. And as soon as I got to Harrisburg, I noticed that Senate leadership, specifically the Senate Majority Leader, was blocking bills that should have gone to the floor for a vote, but he didn't want to expose members. And I look at it this way, if you get elected to the House of Representatives, And especially if you get elected to the Senate of Pennsylvania. That's like serving on the board of a Fortune 50 company. And you're sent there to do a job. You're not sent there to make, your job become a lifetime career. You're there, you're sent to do the right thing for the people of Pennsylvania. And you're not sent there to go out with lobbyists 365 days a year and drink good vodka, have great steaks and great wine and all kinds of goodies that come with the job. But the bottom line is what I've seen in Harrisburg has been, short of breathtaking. When we entered into the first budget impasse, the first year of Governor Wolf's term, and we had the budget impasse. I almost, after Governor Wolf vetoed the budget on June 30th of 2015, I pretty well made up my mind it's time to get rid of this guy. Now, in the corporate world, what the board does is they bring the guy in and they fire him. But that's not the way it works in government. So we have another year and a half until we fire Governor Wolf. But I will tell you that what happened during that budget impasse is I did not get a notice at my company telling me that I did not have to withhold, that I could stop withholding taxes for my employees. And if you operate a business in this room, you didn't get that notice either. And if you are employed by someone, your employer didn't get a notice, the money continued to come in. Hardship is imposed on a lot of agencies, schools, and just a lot of people in Pennsylvania, during that 9-month period. So I made up my mind, and that's why I'm here today. But let me just tell you what's changed since I've been to Harrisburg. When I joined the Senate in March of 2014, actually April 2nd of 2014, we had 27 Republican senators. In November of 14, we picked up 4 more seats, and I'm proud to tell you that I was involved in 2 of those seats. And then this past November, we picked up 3 more seats. And I'm proud to tell you I was involved in 2 of those seats, and one was a long shot from Erie that everyone said we would never win. And I was heavily involved in that race, and also we picked up a seat. We picked up the Republican seat back in Harrisburg that was held by Jeff McCullough, and we lost it to Senator Teplitz, and now we have Senator DeSanto. Today, I'm standing in front of you. We have 34 Republican senators in the Pennsylvania State Senate. This is a majority we haven't had since probably 1940, 1945, almost 70 years. The House picked up more members. The time is now to get things done. We have a problem. And the problem we have today is Governor Wolf. And we have to endure Governor Wolf for another year and a half. And then we're going to send him out to pasture. I intend to be the next governor of Pennsylvania. And I'm going to tell you a little bit. Number one, my friend Mr. Leck from my waste colleague is here tonight, and I'll tell you, guys in the garbage business, we get up real early. Sometimes we get up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, but we work hard. And I grew up on a farm. I believe I have a great work ethic. I have very hard-working parents that are still living. My father's 85, my mother's 83. But I can tell you, anyone else that decides to run the Republican primary, I'm going to outwork them 10 to 1, and I'm going to win. Okay? You can take that to the bank. And when I meet someone like Jim, and then Jim introduces me to someone like Matt, young man who just left here, and I hear these issues, why does this stuff take so long? This just doesn't compute in my world. In my world, I live on code red and sense of urgency. And the bottom line is that people should have, access to medical services, experimentation. We're talking about saving people's lives. And as I crossed the state, and this past Monday, I had 2 Memorial Day events, and I meet veterans all over the state. And I meet hardworking Pennsylvanians all over the state that they're concerned about their state, they're concerned about the economy, they're concerned about jobs. There's uncertainty in their lives. We can do better. And I want to be a leader to lead seizing those opportunities in Pennsylvania. We have a House and we have a Senate, and we're ready to go after these opportunities, and we're ready to turn Pennsylvania in the right direction. So, I live in a world where, I remember one time I was doing something on the farm, and my father said, I went to my father, he asked me to do something, I came back and said, I can't do it. And my father, I remember this, I was probably 8 or 9 years old. He said, Scott, don't say I can't, just try it. You continue to try it, and you'll figure it out. But when I go to Harrisburg, it's like, well, we can't get it done, or we've always done it this way. That's, so my question, and I'm a pretty inquisitive person, first thing I ask is, why not? Why can't we get it done? Why is it taking so long? And I also think that many people in Harrisburg are starving for leadership. And we have lots of ideas, and sometimes it requires a little bit of effort. But the biggest thing that I see in Harrisburg is people are so risk averse. They're afraid to make a decision, or they're afraid that if they vote for this, that they may not get reelected. Well, you know what? I think if constituents see someone who's representing them make decisions and take risks, I think they'll probably get reelected. Probably, more than they won't get elected. So, it's not complicated. Government in Harrisburg is just too big. We spend too much money. We lack accountability and oversight. And I'm going to go to Harrisburg, and my plan is to go through every agency, open up the books, look at everything, do zero-based budgeting. We have to solve the financial issues. We have a pension crisis. We have some small handouts that we handed out earlier, and it just talks about all the issues in Pennsylvania. But at the end of the day, it's time to take action. We've studied things far too long, and Matt, one of the reasons that I, after being a little educated about Matt's issue and that bill, I'm a 70% person. I got 70% of the information tonight. 70% of my stomach tells me it's the right thing to do. Let's make a decision. And I can tell you that, most of the time that has served me well. It's not, analysis paralysis just doesn't work in my world. So that's why it was so easy tonight, to sign under that bill. But we also, as we move into the primary election, some interesting things are happening. And I was told that, as I did a little research on the group down here, and I'm fully aware that Donald Trump won in this district, this congressional district, which is a big deal. And I want to personally thank you for what you did to put Donald Trump in the White House. It's a big deal, and I think you deserve it. As I was telling some folks earlier, the night of the election, I would typically tell people that, I woke up the next morning and I was delighted to see that Donald Trump won. But truth be told, I never went to bed. And I watched his acceptance speech at 3:30. I think I had my first cup of coffee at 4:30, second at 5:30, and then 6:30. And I will tell you that for me personally, it was a sense of relief, because what my business endured over the last 8 years under the Obama administration, first we had check card within the first year, that Obama went into office. And we just had many other issues, and Journal about the Union Steward being in the White House. Well, the Union Steward was Barack Obama. And I would tell you that I think the last 8 years of the Obama administration, with all the regulations, has really been very damaging to this country. So, I will tell you that I feel better today as a business owner. Many of my friends, most all of my friends, feel better. Capital that was sitting on the sidelines is now starting to be deployed. People are making decisions. They're building buildings. They're hiring more people. They're putting more machinery. They feel better because Donald Trump is in the White House versus the nightmare that we could have or would have had with Hillary Clinton. So it's a very, very big deal. An interesting thing is happening right now. Obviously, I can announce my candidacy on January 11th, to be the next governor of Pennsylvania. And there are some establishment people that are starting to peel off, and they're going in another direction. And I will tell you that this is Fisher Cup bait time for this state. I've been on the inside. I'm going to be a direct guy. I'm going to tell you what I see, and what I see isn't pretty. You got a pension crisis. You have a spending problem. there's many issues, but we also have many opportunities. And I anticipate that there's going to be possibly some establishment Republicans working against it. And that's why being in front of you tonight and knowing what you stand for and what you did and you know, your integrity means an awful lot to me. And with that, I will become the next governor. But I'm going to need every person in this room to help me spread the word and become part of the Scott Wagner for Governor team so we can pull this off. You know, I'm going to be the first to confess I'm not a career politician. I'm not a polished consultant. I'm just, you know, I'm a private sector business guy. I'm really, at the end of the day, I'm really a blue-collar guy. But I know we can do better, and I want to be that person. So I'm asking for you to learn more about me. You know, I have, you know, many of my team members here from our campaign here tonight, and we have, you know, lots of literature. I'm going to be back here again, you know, I'm looking forward to, you know, working with you so that this path to the governor's office is a definite to bring the gold medal home. I'm not doing this to win the silver or the bronze, but I need everybody. I'll get up every morning and I'll swim for 4 hours every morning. I'm not going to swim 8 hours like you know, Michael Phelps does. I'll swim my 4 hours and then hold for the 8 hours. But I'm going to be all over the state. I'm going to work hard, and I will tell you that you put me in the governor's office, I will not let you down. I will do my best to represent the people of Pennsylvania. I can assure you of that. So with that, thank you very much. I'll be around for a while, so if you have you know, questions or you want to, I would love to get contact information from each and every one of you. I have 4 people in the back. Quinn's going to raise her hand. Jason, Jenna, Rebecca. So you know, they have. These are. This is Rebecca Reen, one of our campaign coordinators. Quinn is our daughter in the back. Jason Hyde, our campaign manager. Jason was my former chief of staff in the Senate. And Jenna Geezy, to the right of that. That's Jenna. So you know, please swap information. But listen, thank you for being here tonight. I'm honored. Thank you.